What's up? Reboot Rach is in the house. Praise mom, my bestest friend in the whole world. Yeah, I just thought, because it's all about exposing bullshit and the truth. So I figured that I would share that. This is just epic, right? Anybody that knows me, I raised my son until he was just 7 years old, right to seven. Um, Dad apparently likes to say he was five, but yet Dad never went to his preschool, and then he never went to his kindergarten things, never went to dinners there, never went to parent teacher night. I'm sorry, he picked him up from school twice. Um, and then the first grade teacher, I bet you he couldn't even tell you her first name, her name. And so last time I checked, right, my my son's date of birth was May 23rd, 2012, right? So if you count 5 years from that, 13, 2014, 15, 16, 17, that's 2017, right? Last time I did that, my math, correct? Okay. I know I'm right because like I'm not a and I already know, do the math. And if you're gonna say it, at least make sure you can back it up because you can't. Because I didn't even get into any trouble till right at the end of 2018. And I was in jail for not even a week. And I got out, and then my son was back home, and we were working together, Kenny. So, what are you talking about? So, last time I checked, 2019, when I actually went there for 30 days, if you do your math, 12, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, wow. Two fingers on this hand, or one thumb and one finger, and five on this hand equals seven, Kenny. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete. I mean, I don't know how hard it is, but the math's right there. Do the math. Braden Paul Souza. We live right next door to Reds. Why don't you ask Auntie Wendy? Why don't you ask Uncle Joey? Why don't you ask even Melanie, okay? That lives across the behind next to on William Street. Because she'll surely tell you. Um, because she knows that I had him, at least at that point. And your dad never cared for her. So, they never spoke. They hated each other. So, like, I couldn't hang with her when he got out of work a lot because, hissy fits. But whatever. So, I'm just letting you know, I'm just trying to make sure that apparently you're having some short-term memory loss, maybe some Alzheimer's. I don't know, Kenny, but if I'm doing my math correctly, and math has went absolutely ass backwards, you're absolutely wrong. Don't tell me. Do not tell me when I took care of my son too, because I was there. I wiped his tears every single morning. I got him ready for school. Oh yeah, and didn't just send him to school with huge bedbug welts on him, not once but twice. Okay, and you saw them and you left them, so I got neglect put on me because you can't. I don't know. Take care of our son appropriately, I guess properly. I know there's no parenting book, but geez, like seriously, get over yourself, Kenny. Okay, because you are not the sharpest like bulb in the box. Okay, you are by far from perfect. You sold drugs. You bragged about it. You bragged that you was a male whore, and you brag, and you've been sleeping with your best friend's mom, bro, for years. Like, wow. Sure, you were doing it behind my back. I'm sure. Wouldn't surprise me. And and I know you like older women, that's cool. And you're very adamant to say that you're a male whore. You say it right to me. You said it to me. You had no problem saying that. I didn't ask you to come lay down with me. I didn't ask you to come live with me. So you know what? Slow your roll and rewind. But you just took advantage of that. And now you're going to sit there and think you're going to take advantage of me and sit there and say shit when it didn't happen. Well, I got like, why don't you? Oh, ask Fred. Oh, ask Sal. Ask Lori. They'll all know because they all saw me bring you to school. Oh, why don't you ask Kelly? Kelly's mom. Ask Kirsten. Ask Wilson. Ask any of them. They will tell you, okay? Because you went with Callie for 2 years until almost Kenny got there. So then he has now stopped everything because you were supposed to call me on Mother's Day. But he was saying something and trying to get you to lie to me, and you stuttered, and you started tearing up, and I stopped that. And he has now since then stopped all communication. So let's talk about it, Kenny. I have done everything. I have every paper. I have booklets in manila envelopes from Seven Hills that you hid your number. You did not respond. And you said, Brayden doesn't want to see her. Well, guess what? It's not the first time Brayden's been mad at me. And it surely won't be the last. And guess what? Last time I checked, Brayden's not the boss. And maybe he should be. Seriously. Because I think if he was, I wouldn't be in this mess that I'm in. Because you talk so, you're so verbally and emotionally abusive, and that's so not right. Like, and mentally abusive in the way you talk and the words that you say. My son had never even heard before, okay? Until you started talking about me, and you clearly say it right to me in front of him, and you talk all the time about me right to him in front of him. Like, that's okay. He's 12, and the last 4 years it's still not been okay. Or 5. Okay? But you have not had him since he's been 5. Get over it. Get the hell out of here, because you couldn't even come and watch your kid, okay? Because you were busy doing whatever. Okay? So when he was 5, he was going to visit you at Messiah's house. Let's keep it real. I have all the documents. I got every paper from his school. You got it? I didn't think so. No, you only have what I gave you. So, guess what? I'm just here to, like, get your panties out of a bunch and maybe, like, bring some sense into you. But you look like a Momo. Do your math right. Even your sister, any of them will tell you. I was with Brayden, and I didn't beg you to come and see him, even if you didn't come for a month and a half, and then just took him to Millennium and brought him right back. I didn't even have time for a shower. Did I? Like, beg you to come see him? Did I ever tell you no? No, I didn't. Even though you've done some, pretty shitty things. And maybe, you shouldn't be left alone, considering my daughter got sexually molested and just got done. Braden's sister that you refused to let him see, and her, for no reason, because you're mad at me. Kenny, like, get your ass out, get your head out of your ass, get your panties out of a bunch, okay? Put your big boy panties on and man the fuck up, okay? And if you don't know how it goes, let me remind you, because I surely will fill you in on everything that you surely apparently think you know. You don't know shit, bro. You don't, because you got everything wrong. I have all the phone calls. I have even the calls that I called when I called you with Jeff on three-way from jail. I have all those calls. So let's talk about when the dates are. Let's talk about it. And DSS, that lady got involved, and Brayden was 5 years old. Brayden was almost 6, actually. So let's get real, okay? Yes!